Got stuck. Hey guys, welcome back to the Phlatlab.
Hello everybody. Sorry we're late.
Yeah, we were trying to cut something out, and Sweetie, our cat, jumped on the laptop again because it's warm, and she shut it down right in the middle of my cut.
Like at about 7:59, the whole cut went south quick.
So we had to cut a few extra parts, but we got them done. So thanks for hanging out and waiting for us. So what happened was, last Phlatlab we did an experiment where we cut some plastic, 1/4 inch plastic, and you know, for the spider quad, which we're sporting the shirts, by the way. I got mine a little small, but check them out. We had to get some.
We got them in today. We were stoked.
Yeah. So anyway, what happened was, I guess Glenn Evil Tunes on the platform there saw that we had the trouble with all the dust building up. It's not really dust, it's little tiny pebbles of plastic is what happens. So he designed a dust shoe, and it's really cool because you use the Flatformer to make it and the Phlatprinter in combination. And I'll show you a little bit of what it looks like. We just finished. I stopped this actually.
The reason why we cut it before the show is because the cut takes a long time.
Yeah.
So we thought we would try to get a jump on it, and then the flat cat got a jump on it all right.
Okay. So here, this one's kind of coming out a little bit, but here's a few of the parts here. You can see it did a really good cut. He's got that one recess. And I'll show you a quick view of how it's going to work. Now, I'm going to take some of these parts. This is 1/4 inch MDF, and I'm also, now this is scrap 1/4 inch MDF that we have cut out actually from the Flatformer. So we have these for sale if you guys want them super cheap. But I'm going to, I actually should have had some of these parts on there as well. So I'm going to take these and put them on there. And we'll just use that in combination.
Yep. So this is as far as we got on the first cut, and we were going to let it run for a little while into the show. It's sort of what we did, but luckily we had these other parts and didn't have to wait as long as we thought we might have to. We were not happy with the cat at that point.
And by the way, guys, let me see. We do have the Phlatboyz hats on the store there.
I don't know what happened to ours.
There, I think that's right.
I think we wore them out.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Lag is bad.
The lag is bad? Mm-hmm. I changed the audio settings. I was hoping that the lag would be better this time. I can't change it while I'm streaming. But let me do something here. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can see this. This is the idea behind it, is that you build up 1/4 inch MDF and you make basically this out of your 1/4 inch MDF, and you use your 1/4 inch MDF as your vacuum forming pattern. Now he's made this about,
when I use Expedia, my friends at work,
he's made this about a 64th bigger, so it'll take up the radius as it goes around. And then this is what the plastic looks like when you're done, and then this is what it looks like when you actually put it on to the spindle mount attachment. And what it does is it brings the vacuum suction down closer to where your work cutting area is. And it works out really well. Now, we thought about doing one that's adjustable, kind of like those telescoping cups that you get for camping, you know. and that can still be done. You can taper it, but with this setup, it's kind of cool because you can just do the different layers however high you want to do it. And basically, you know, we have two of them because we use the flat bit, so we would use one that's like an inch tall, and then the stock bit, the 16th flat bit, sorry, would be the inch tall, and then the stock bit you would go all the way with. And I've tried them both, and they both work really well. Here's the cut file right here. There's the recess one. Glenn has all the information, the files, everything ready to be posted in a thread, and he said he'll post it after the show, so this will be great. Let me switch back here. Close this. Okay, so
I'm going to move this skillet from
so this will work. I haven't tried it with the plastic yet, but I think it's going to do well because you can see, or maybe you can't. Let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, so maybe you can see the rollers are nice and clean. It worked out really well. Okay, so the plan tonight is to cut these parts out and go through and vacuum form this mold, and they'll see how it works. Now he's using, what was he using on that? He's using this tubing. I'll show you. Aluminum tubing. And is Glenn on right now?
He was.
All right. This makes a huge difference, guys. I cut some foam out the other day using it, and you just won't believe how much of a difference it makes. I mean, there's like zero foam, and I just cut this whole MDF cut out, and there's zero MDF. He's using. How come I can never find my tape measure when I need it?
You can never find your tape measure at all. Tape measure, it eludes us all the time. And we have set places for it. Here it is. It's in its set place.
That I meant my ruler. Basically, it's a 1/4 inch tube. There it is. He wrote it there. Thanks, Glenn. Aluminum tubing. So that's what he puts in there. Works out good. This is a new version of it, of the mold that he sent to us. So I don't even think you have to do that, babe. I think it'll just pop right out.
Really?
I know these donuts will.
Oh, I sure will.
These have to come out.
You want to do it?
Sure.
Thanks. Oh, you're a lot faster than me.
The spider quad is coming along. You know, we got beta testers, and actually Evil Tunes is helping out, and we're looking at different electronics. I'm waiting for John and Mike to come out with their board because we want to try it on it, and we just can't wait to fly that thing. My gosh.
Evil Tune said, no, don't do it. Are you saying don't pop these out by hand?
It's too late.
Mr. always pops everything out by hand.
I
He's telling
know.
us not to pop them out by hand.
Well, they came out good. I gotta take these little nubs off. No, don't do it. Don't do what?
He said, yeah, that's what he was talking about. Too late.
It came right off, no problem.
It did. Really nice.
I'll tell you, this file cut really good. Now, it was set at 15 inches a minute, and I had to bump it up because I was trying to rush to get ready for the show. So I went up to 20 inches a minute. And it's probably not good. I could hear it trying to bog a little bit. If I had a regular end mill in there, it'd probably be a lot better. Okay.
So this is going to be great.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so Glenn, we're going to build this, right? Starting from the two bottom pieces. Let me see.
We need a build log.
What I want to do is build it for the, you guys can't see it, but I have the short 16th inch bit in there. That's what I want to build it for. So, I'm going to have to push this in there without crushing it.
It's going to be loud for a minute.
No.
Nope. Sorry, I thought you were banging.
I can't, it's aluminum. It'll bend. Alright, so I'm going to pop that through a little bit so I can line it up with this next hole. Push it down a little. And I'm guessing you just stack as many high as you want on there, right? It makes a perfect mold.
It really does.
Okay, so the height that I want is, let's see, I think it's about 3/4. I bet it's these three right here with the recess, you know, to make it 3/4. That little ring popped off. Look at this little ring that was left over of wood. It's pretty cool. Super micro.
Make sure bottom is down.
Okay. Alright. So, how's that look, Glenn?
I can see it's backwards.
What? Oh, because, make sure bottom's down. Oh my gosh. You know, I thought about it and I thought, why is there writing on there? Okay, so bottom's down.
3D Mon got some Arduino Wii stuff in today.
Awesome. And you want the bottom sandwiched together like this, where it says bottom on it? They should go together like that, I'm guessing? Or bottom down? No, I see what you mean. Has to go down. That way you don't get the writing on it, I guess. Okay, how's that look? Oops.
Looks great.
He's got a couple holes, if you can see them, they're little pin holes. Here and here. For the air intake. Get a better pull around here. I'm using my little vacuum. I'm hoping that it's going to pull like we want it to.
I think it will.
Could go get the big vacuum. Want to?
We always used the little vacuum before.
That's true. Yeah, we can get that thing running already. This is awesome. Let me, well, I'm just going to go get it because I have to disconnect that anyway.
Okay.
That's good.
That's fine. Anybody have a recommended temperature for this? If you dialed it in, found a really good one, where you're going to use the clear PETG plastic. Make sure we're lined up, so we've moved it a couple times. Still can't believe how well this skillet works for this job. It's amazing. Alright, Evil Tunes will be back. Nothing like a nice new sheet of clear plastic.
mistake with a black shirt on. This vacuum is so dusty. It's from the shop.
I was wondering what all the noise was out there.
Now
I know.
That thing's already heating up.
I'm leaving it right on 350, which is where it was.
Hold on, let me pull this off. I think I cut this end off for the thing. I'm going to have to get my other end on this. Yeah, I put it on, I set it to 350.
Okay, good. It's really hot, but this clear plastic takes a good amount of heat to get as soft as you want. So we're thinking of moving these lights behind us so we don't have to wear hats every week. It's going to be a whole job because the box was already there, so it was easy to install these. But if we move them back just a hair, they won't be blinding us and we won't be getting a suntan while we do the show. I'm not going to mess with that. You can see the Phlatprinter has no dust on it whatsoever, and it cut all that out. Well, you might not be able to see, but it has no dust on
I
it.
don't think this is right in either, but it works. I cut all these things off on my hoses out there because I'm using it for the cleaning up the parts. It's going to be a super extension. Oh, if I can get it to fit.
Every hose we have here for the shop vac has been cut.
That's how you make it work.
Good job.
Thanks, babe. Alright. Now, do we have plastic? Yes, we do.
It's in here. I have it in here.
Do we have the foot switch?
Probably should have used the power strip.
You know what? We're going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to use that. It's the only way. So we're hooking the vacuum into the foot switch so we can control the vacuum with our foot. Over here.
I don't know what all these plugs are for, but I can't.
That's alright, you can plug into that.
No, I don't.
Oh, these are just chargers for the drill. Wait 1 second.
Thank you.
Oh.
Alright, we've got power.
Enough of it. Let's see if the vacuum works. Can you lift that up for a second? Good?
Vacuuming. Do I feel it?
Seems good.
Can you make sure this is lined up?
Looks good to me, babe.
Okay.
I said we go for it. We're still not at 350 yet, but I think we're good.
Where's the lid? There
Right
it is.
here.
Thank you.
I wonder if I should put some kind of release on here. What do you think?
Couldn't hurt to help it release, but
What the?
but it probably wouldn't be too good for the wood.
You know, this is cool that it's interchangeable and you can make it longer. Of course, you could always cut it down too.
Don't sit it on top.
You ready?
Yeah.
Push the end of the frame. Alright, set it on. You do it just like this. In the center. Now look under there.
Yeah.
Alright. Instant sag.
Really?
Yeah, it always sags and then it goes back up. Now it's going back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll really start drooping.
Yeah, we have to have a really good droop on this, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
It's pretty tall. Al says yes. Thunderhawk says no. Okay, it's starting to come.
I hope Glenn comes back.
Down.
He said he'd be right back.
Well, it's date night
Hmm.
for him.
Let's hope he comes back for the poll.
It's going down pretty good now. I'm gonna wait till it gets about a 1/4 inch into the pan.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
It's about 1/8 of an inch. It's definitely a 1/4. Oh, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, can you hold that?
Yep.
Thanks. Should have my glove on. Could have pushed this in a little better.
Wow, it really came out good.
Good. It came out really good.
Yep, perfect.
Now, how do we get it out? That's the question. Yeah, since if you plug the power strip into the same thing as your vacuum, sometimes it helps if you can reach it to turn that off. Because if it hasn't reached temperature yet, it's just drawing power. And as soon as you turn it off, you can hear your vacuum click in a little bit. Actually, you know what? Since this is modular, it's easy to get out if we've had to do it that way, you know? We could take it out piece by piece. Let's do that. It was actually starting to come off though. Let me get this there. Let me take my pliers out.
Which ones? These?
Just have my lines. Just had them in my hand. What was I using them for? I was pushing that in. I was pushing this pipe in with them.
Oh.
Oh, here they are. Alright.
Well, this is definitely going to be an easier way to get
Hey,
the
you
mold
know
out.
what? I think I should use these so I don't,
Mess up the rod.
yeah, which I did it a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Why don't you grab it in the middle?
Try.
I mean, put one tooth inside it.
That worked. I bent the rod a little bit, but it worked.
Other way.
Oops. That's the whole bottom thing, isn't it?
Release is not needed for a shallow part like this.
Okay. This one's going to be tough to get to, isn't it? Oh, maybe not.
Not really.
Alright, cool. There's our finished mold. It looks awesome.
Our finished pull, right?
I mean, pull. Hard to see it.
I can hold something up behind it. That's coming through, I think.
Looks good.
It does.
Alright, I'm going to, actually I'm going to use my razor knife.
Okay.
So I'm going to move some of this stuff.
Definitely unplug the skillet.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
so I'm just going to cut around this outside edge. It's easy to follow. I guess if I really want to clean it up, I could go back and do that too, but I'm just going to do it quick.
Watch your fingers, please.
Yeah, I haven't used a razor knife in a while. Alright.
The files for this will be posted after the show.
There it is. Now, one thing we're going to have to do with this is we're going to have to cut this back lip off right here because it'll interfere with the back lip of the spindle attachment, or the gantry actually. So I'm just going to make a couple slices here.
Here's what we're left with. If you wanted to do a couple, you could probably get 2 on here.
It'd be tough.
Think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't chance it. I mean, you could try it. I'll make a cut through here.
Spray release in the pool. Fill it with smooth-on liquid plastic. That would make great-looking master.
That would. Now we also have to cut out this inner ring. And of course we had 2 more of the discs, so we could have actually, using a longer aluminum tube, we could have, where's the mold at? The plug in it. Oh my gosh, I can't find anything tonight. the actual plug. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we could have stacked this even higher. Take this recess off. And, you know, we make another one, which we should have done while we had everything out. I'll put another tube in there and go even higher and go up to like, whatever that height is.
1 3/4 inches.
Inch and a
Well,
quarter.
1 1/4 there, yeah.
Because you got to go from that bottom. So you could just stack that really high. And Glenn was talking about even slicing some of these if you want, but if you make a couple different sizes, you won't have to slice it. This part's going to be a pain, I think.
Watch your fingers.
I had one of those little X-Actos. It'd be a lot easier.
Like with a swivel blade?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
We do have one.
I know.
But that's for a different project.
Yes, it is. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so we just cut the center out, and it's just a rough hole there. And that is the vacuum attachment with a 1/16 bit. Now, I wish I could pull you guys in closer on this. I don't know how good this is going to look. Let me see something here. Okay, so bring this down. Oh, you know what I forgot? Under here I have my LED light. I got one of those light strips under there, so I got to cut that out too. Let me cut that out real quick. I just need to cut a rectangle for that. Off this flat part here. I just cut this back area out because of my light that's under there. And then you just slide it on there. Let's see how it fits. Perfect fit. Now I was talking with Glenn, and he said the way he holds it on there is a rubber band. And he just basically takes the rubber band. I don't think they can see you, can they?
Sorry.
He takes the, can you hold it on this side maybe?
Sure.
Takes the rubber band and goes around the the trunk of it under here and then up. But once you turn the vacuum on, the rubber band's not even necessary. But now that thing's on there, and it's perfect. I mean, it's going to give us a really good fit. Now, the only thing I wish, now looking at this, I wish I would have measured it and used one more ring, because it's just a little lower than what I would like, or a little taller than what I would like. So if I had one more ring, that would have been perfect. And then I could have used a 16th inch bit to cut out 1/4 inch material. And I would have a 1/4 inch of space between the bit and the material, which is very nice. Now, I already have a couple of these made that Glenn brought over, that he actually made.
We're going cooking show on you.
Mm-hmm. So here's a couple different sizes that Glenn made. Here's one of the tall ones, and I used that one on the 1/8 inch bit. And you know, Glenn, I don't think you left your plastic on long enough, because he's getting some webbing there. But the one we didn't have any webbing whatsoever. So I'm thinking that's what's happening.
Or it sagged too much.
Or it sagged too much, maybe, yeah. But either way, this is a taller pool too. So the one that I ended up using was this one, which would have been one more, I think one more ring taller. Let me see. 1, 2. There, yep. So 3 rings are what you want, or 3 of the pucks there are what you want on there if you're going to use a little 16th inch bit, the kind that has the ouch, thing's still hot. The kind that has the collar on it. That's an 1/8, but that's what it looks like. You can see it barely sticks out, so that's actually what you want it. You want it to be sitting in there, something like this. It works really, really good, guys.
Yeah, there's no dust at all. I've been using it for a couple days, and it's awesome.
Oh, another thing to note, Glenn had a good idea, was if you cut this out while the pucks are still in there, you cut that center hole out, then it's a lot easier to push these parts out. Of course, it would be. So that's a good tip. So that one I'm using, and the new one I just made I'm going to use. That just looks awesome. So that's what you would do, is just, you know, keep a couple of these off to the side somewhere. Of course, you probably always have one on there, but you could always keep one in here too. Just throw it down in there if you can reach it. And
That's true.
then you have access to it. Actually, I need my... No, I'll never get that out of there. I need the 1/8 inch and the...
I'll get it for you, baby.
Thanks, babe. I'm going to keep the long one out there, too. Did you get it?
Oh, did you want it back?
I think I can reach it. Totally had it. Alright, so don't keep them in there. This is the one I want to use, I think. Okay, where did I put the rubber band?
Can't find it.
No, I have a really long rubber band, so I could go up over this top one. That's perfect. I actually have about a 1/2 inch sticking out off of there, but that'll work just fine. And the cool thing about it is it fits down between the blocks. Now this one hits a little bit, but doesn't hurt anything. And it can't go low enough. So it can't go low enough where it would like make you miss steps or anything, because as long as your bit is a little bit longer than the material that you're cutting through, you're fine. And you have plenty of room to work with there, especially with the 1/8 inch bit. So 3 pucks will work good on these short bits. Very cool, Glenn. Thanks, man.
Really good
That was an awesome project.
So what's the status on the spider quad?
Oh, the spider quad.
Well, Crash, if you're just getting here, we're wearing our spider quad shirts.
Oh yeah.
In case you didn't notice.
Dun, 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 dun. I really love that logo because of the fact that it was done with the actual parts from SketchUp.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, the spider quad, I'll show you guys something.
Well, spider quad, we've reached a point where we had so many prototypes that some of them had to go.
Yeah. Here's the one that we painted. We've taken some pictures of it. If you look under the helicopter thread, you'll see them. And we got our Velcro under there for the battery. And we now have the right size Allen keys too. So this was the basic layout. This was the one that we sort of went by, but it's not actually the finalized one. This one's closer to it. And this has more lightning holes on the bottom. It also has bigger areas here for a larger motor mount, and with the hole sizing that we're hoping is pretty standard. We've checked a million different motor mounts. We also want to use the little Spectrum receiver.
Oh, sorry.
Which is gone. Thanks,
Here,
baby.
on a silver platter.
That doesn't happen all the time. So I was going to use one of these little Spectrum AR receivers, and the plan is, if it works out, is to put the Spectrum receiver there, and then still have, if I can get in here, still have all this area underneath here to tuck my wires under, because they're going to be coming out right there. I want to keep it nice and neat. I look at some of these quads and they look like a rat's nest. I mean, there's just electronics and wires going every which way. I can't stand it. So the other thing is, you know, I'm waiting on Mike and John to get that board done. So in the meantime, I'm looking around for anything I can use, and I'm going to experiment with a few things. And hopefully when Mike gets back from Seth, he can send me one of his boards and I'll throw it on there. But the battery straps under here, you got two strapping holes for the Velcro to go through. And like I said, this is a sort of a prototype. The actual circuitry is going to go under here, and we've done some measurements. It looks like it'll fit okay. We might even utilize these 4 bars to suspend the gyro circuitry, so that it can basically not be affected by the vibration of the motors. One of the cool things about this, I know it looks rough. It might look rough on the video, but this is the battery I was thinking about using. And I got a couple holes here that should fit a Dean's plug. Go through like that. You could tuck the balancer somewhere else if you wanted to. But that's the idea. And then you can move that back and forth. This will have not only that strap it's holding the battery on, but I want to put a Velcro thing here as well. A piece of Velcro. Sticky back. Then the speed controller. The idea behind that is to sort of tuck them, you know, back one on each side here. Like that. It's going to be hard to do, but something like that. And of course, run the wires nice and neat. But these will run up to the motor.
Very nice.
So something like that, and you'll have one there, one there, one there, one there. So you have 4 of them. Your circuitry in the middle. We have to create a harness for the a Y harness for the battery to go to 4. And one thing I'm trying to do is this PVC. I actually think, now that I've been experimenting with it a lot, Al sent me some samples. Blind Flight sent me some samples a while back from his company, and they work with this stuff that's called Centra, and it looks a lot like this actually. and it feels a lot like it. It's lightweight, and I've been reading a lot about PVC, and it seems that there are some versions that are, there's probably like 50 different versions out there, and some of them have, you know, mixtures of different things in them. Some of them even have foam in them. So it's like a foam PVC.
Right.
I don't know, and some have chalk in them. And I don't know what this has as a filler, but I know that the sun doesn't affect it. And
that's what that gator board had, wasn't it? Like a chalk in the middle?
yeah, I don't know. No, that was clay. But so anyway, one of the things is it's flexible. It's very flexible. You can see, maybe I can actually bend that. It takes some doing, but you can bend that. And I didn't want to rely on glue solely to get this connection here, because I didn't want the motors to, if the glue failed, the motors to fly up or something, you know, because it's tabbed and slotted here. So I came up with this locking tab here and slot. I don't know if you can see it. And I don't know if, let me see if I can get it off of here so you can kind of get an idea how it works.
Jeremy said it's too laggy, he can't watch the show, he's going to have to catch the recording.
Oh, sorry about that, Nick. You know, we never even went over the flat news. That was one of the things in the news I wanted to tell you guys about. Nick Jovian there has been working on the Flat 3D plugin. And, you know, we're trying to incorporate that into SketchUp, into the flat script to make Sketchicam. And one of the things he just told me that he did was he was able to get, you know how when you do a 3D milling using the Flat 3D, it takes the whole box and goes end to end of the entire component, basically, selection box. Well, I can't believe I just did that. Sorry. Well, he's figured out a way to where it will only go to the outside edges of your 3D drawing now. Of your 3D model, I mean. Which is awesome. That saves a ton of time when you're milling 3D. So it's very cool. That's going to be another door opener. I mean, every time I turn around, these guys come up with something new. It's awesome. So we use these little nylon, just nylon bolts for this, shoulder bolts. And the concept behind these, because I do want to glue like this whole top section on, it'll be glued, but the bottom section can come off. Now for some reason when I cut this plastic, I went back and went to put it together and it was really tight. And I looked and, I mean I measured it and it looks like the plastic varies. So we're going to have to come up with an average. It's like 0.275, 0.280, and the other one was a good quarter inch. So we're going to have to mess with that. Why did I just take that apart? Oh, I want to show you this locking tab if I can get that to work. That's on there.
Did you glue this on?
No, it's just real tight. This is one of the tight ones. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see that, but this will be in the code too. It's just a little tooth that sticks out there, and the idea is when this comes down on top of it, if you look down in here, you'll see there's a little shoulder inside of that tab, little recess, 1/8 of an inch. And the idea is that you snap that on there. When that goes on, if it locks in like it should, it can't come off of there, whether it's glued or not, which is good. So they're all, you can see it kind of locks over that lip. And it works really well. So I was really happy with that. And I know everybody wants to get the code, but kind of wait until we get a finalized one. When all the electronics have already been ordered, and when they get here, we'll build it up. If everything fits, especially the motor mounts, then we'll release the code and say this is what we used, and give you a list of all the electronics we used just for getting the prototype up and running. And we just can't wait to try it. It's going to be awesome, man. Our very own quad. So that is the Spider Quad, the beginnings of it. I've done a couple renderings. One's yellow and black, just like this, but yellow and black. And another one's Kawasaki green and black. And it looks awesome, man. Can't really see how red it is, but in the light you might be able to. This red paint, I posted on the link the paint we use, Valspar plastic paint.
We weren't sure if that was how necessary it was to get the plastic, but
what's that?
We thought we could probably have used anything, any type of paint.
Oh yeah.
But we went for the plastic because we really wanted it to come out nice.
The plastic paint?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it's for? I was reading about it. It's actually for that plastic outdoor furniture. It gets that powdery coat on it. And I'll tell you, it smells. I mean, it still smells. So, it's probably not necessary. Oh, the other thing is this top piece on this one has like a star shape, sort of, you'll see. Maybe.
That's my chat.
Well, the idea behind that is you want to, let's say you want to put your receiver down here and you want to put your circuitry for the navigation or for the stabilization circuitry up here. You could do that too. You could even put some foam blocks here and kind of suspend it off of that a little bit if you wanted to. And I want it to be able to turn it every which way,
Right.
So that's the idea. It's still untested. We'll see how that goes, how everything fits. Of course, the little receiver fits in there, no problem. The next thing is scale it up and, make it... Actually, this one's going to be scaled up a little bit bigger to come up with the average of this plastic thickness that we're running across. So that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're at right now. We've been, my parents are here, they're helping all the time. We've really been kicking butt on just getting flat printers out to everybody that's ordered them. And,
yeah.
And, oh, there's something I wanted to show you.
I wonder what it could be. Ah, I know what it is.
We got the, you probably can't see it again, the flat former heading out to SIF. It's going to be on display there, or up for the raffle. So that's going out the door. And hopefully a Spider Quad will be going as well. That's what we're hoping for, but we want to test fly it first.
Yeah. 2 of them, actually, is the plan.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So that's where we're at now. We had a contest, didn't we?
Oh.
They can't see how surprised your eyes are right now. Have a contest giveaway. We just don't have a contest. Hold on, let's talk about this. Okay, what's it gonna be? I'll make it real easy. Okay, here's a really easy contest.
Really, really easy contest.
And the winner will win one
This?
of the Spider Quad shirts. This is the white version. You can find it on the website, and also will win a spider quad frame. So if you want to get into doing the quads, of course we'll have the build logs and everything together for that. Just to answer a question, a very simple question.
The first person to answer this question in the chat.
In the chat.
On the platform.
All right. What is it? Easy question?
Yeah.
How many motors does the spider quad need? Simple.
And we have a major lag here.
We do?
Well, from
Hit the... Holy mackerel.
All right, Thunder.
Wait, go back up.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my gosh. We have a winner.
Alright, let me just make sure.
By the way, I wanted to say that Mike and John had that little micro quad up there. It looks awesome, man. I can't wait to build that one too. This is just going to be a lot of fun. I don't know why. I just love these quads. I do miss flying the airplanes now that I've been messing with this so much.
Thunderhawk is the official winner.
Hey, congratulations, George.
Yep. Good job. You were paying attention.
Yeah. So, so what else was there? Something else. There's a million things I was supposed to say and I didn't write it down. Oh, I wanted to also mention Jovian on the platform there. Nick has a new website. I'm putting a banner ad up as soon as I get a chance. It's called makingfoamfly.com. And he's got his builds on there and he's logging them and he's asking for you guys for your inputs and reviews and ideas. So check it out. It's a cool site. Also, let's see. Also, we got a letter from the White House. That's right. Sure. We had one of the platform members wrote Washington and thought what we were doing was really cool. And
how we operate, how we run our business, how we treat our customers.
Yeah, you know, with in regards to the recession and everything going on, and they just thought it was really great. And I'm not going to mention any names, but we got a letter back that was like really cool. Mm-hmm. So thank you very much for doing that, and maybe there's some feds watching right now. No, so it's cool, man. Just things like that happening is just amazing. So I guess with that, we'll
say goodnight.
Well, say goodnight. God bless, guys, and don't forget, Evil Tunes. Thanks so much for doing this. The plug for the dust shoe. It's awesome, man.
It works great. I mean, it's like day and night.
It really is. I wish we could do some cutting with it, but time is out. So. Don't forget, he's going to post that. I'm not sure where he's going to post that at. But if you do post that, Glenn, can you put it in the chat so we know? And we can put it up on the announcement or whatever. But that's a really cool project. So if you guys get a chance to do that, even if you don't have the flat former, you know that you can take a piece of plastic and do it in the oven, you know, with a little homemade vacuum former if you want. True. So it's just a cool thing. It's a cool project to do. And it will save a ton of dust. It really will. Like I said, I cut this stuff out. These I cut out all the time because every flat printer gets packed with these, and these are 5/8 thick, you know. And it's a single pass cut with the 1/8 inch stock bit, you know. It's got the plastic on there. But they make a lot of dust, and even on some of them we carve Phlatboyz.com in there. It makes a lot of dust, but when it's done, there's no dust at all.
None.
It's awesome. That's where I use the larger one. So I can't wait to try it on the plastic, actually, because the plastic will really tell the tale. That's a lot heavier dust, you know. I can already see it's going to work, though. All right, so good night, guys. Thank you very much. Wait, don't ship the t-shirt yet. I want to buy the hat to go with it. All right, cool. Thank you, George. We're trying to get to all the emails and PMs. We appreciate them all, guys, and we're actually trying to knock them out. We're getting close, so you might want to check your PMs and your emails. So thanks again, guys. Good night. God bless.
Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention before I hit this button.
Don't hit the button.
Seb South on the platform has been working on, he owns a studio, and he's been working on some intro and exit music for us. He sent us a couple of them, and we haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with him yet, but we plan to. And he's got some really cool equipment, and really, he's just a really...
he's into it.
Yeah, he's just really into it. He's real talented. So I can't wait to hook up with him, and I have a few ideas of my own, Seb South, so I'll send it. His real name's Chris, so I'll send them your way. So thanks again, guys, and good night. If I can find it.